Hi guys, Miss Martinez here. Today I'm going to show you how to create a color wheel by mixing colors. To start off, I'm going to need to draw a circle. I found this cool tin that I'm going to trace to make my circle using pencil. Then I'm going to draw 3 lines across the inside of my circle. Any straight edge will do. In this case, I'll be using a package of markers and use the edge of the package to create my lines. I'm going to make 1 line across the center of my circle and then 2 more lines kind of forming an X. This will divide my circle up into 6 portions. The next thing you want to do is pour out some red, yellow, and blue paint onto a plate. These are the primary colors. I'm going to show you how to mix these primary colors together to create secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. I like to label my primary colors on the color wheel by starting with red, skipping a space, yellow, skip a space, and blue. This helps with keeping track and order of my colors. I usually like to start off painting with my lightest color, so I'm going to paint in my yellow portion with yellow paint. Now that I'm done painting the yellow portion, I'm going to clean my brush. Put it in some water, wipe it down with your paper towel, and now you're good to go. I'm going to take some red paint and paint in the red portion of my color wheel. Now clean off all the red paint by dipping your brush into your cup of water, mixing it gently. Take your paper towel to wipe it down, and now you're ready to move on to your blue paint. Take your blue paint and start painting in the blue portion of your color wheel. Now that you're done painting your blue portion, make sure you clean it off again, get a nice clean brush, and you are ready to start the fun part. We're going to make the color orange by mixing red and yellow. This method is going to be wet on wet. That means taking some yellow paint onto the orange area and then taking some red paint directly onto the yellow, and you're going to mix it. You're mixing wet paint into wet paint to create the color orange. Orange fits in between red and yellow on the color wheel because we just mixed red and yellow to make orange. Now that orange is complete, take your brush, mix it in the cup of water gently. Make sure you wipe it down, get it very nice and clean because we're moving on to create the next secondary color, which is green. To create green, you're going to mix blue and yellow. We're going to also use the wet into wet method by taking some yellow paint and in the green portion putting the yellow directly on there. And now taking some blue, adding it to the wet yellow and mixing it to create green. Now let's clean our brush one more time. Make sure you mix that water gently. You don't want to splash it anywhere. Pull it out, wipe it down with your paper towel, and now you're ready to create the color purple. Now to create the color purple, you're going to mix red and blue together. We're going to do things a little differently this time. Instead of painting and mixing directly onto my sheet of paper where the color wheel's at, I'm going to mix on my foam plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little red, put it to the side, add a little blue to it there, mix, 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 pre-mix, and then once I find the color purple that I like, I'm going to go in and paint that last portion of my color wheel using that purple, which is also commonly called violet. Okay guys, and there you go. You have a completed color wheel where you created secondary colors, orange, green, and violet by mixing your primary colors, red, yellow, and blue.